This is like the third leg day video that I will have recorded, but this is the first one you guys will see. I am making sure that you guys see this one. So basically, my leg day isn't super intense. At least it hasn't been, but it's going to be a little more voluminous. Um, Coming from where I started, being overweight for so long, my lower body was obviously stronger than my upper body. There was more muscle mass in my legs, so I spent the last 6 months really focusing on my upper body development, really hammering the chest, hammering the back. And I've still been training legs just once a week instead of twice a week. Um, but that's gonna change. Legs are gonna get hammered twice a week again. We're gonna program in a rest day on Saturday and try to spend a little bit more time outdoors, more time fishing, more time hanging out with friends and family, and not let bodybuilding define me and dictate what I can do on Saturdays. So, with that being said, the split's still going to look the same. Uh, we'll just do a Sunday through Friday split, 6-day split. So it'll be legs, push, pull, legs, push, pull, rest on Saturday. And then Sunday we'll go back into the leg day. Um, for me, squatting isn't too much of a quad dominant exercise. The way I like to do them is I like to go just 290 or just below. Um, for one, my knees are bad as it is. So hyperextending my knees and going real deep isn't very beneficial for me. It's going to cause injury. It's going to cause me to be out of the gym. So that's not on my agenda. So we'll work up to 6 plates on the squat tonight, 585. The way I like to do it is we'll pyramid up. Usually 1 plate, 3 plates, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll work my way back down. Uh, so we'll do 6, and then we'll do a back offset, 5, 4, and then we'll throw 3 on there, and we'll just play with 3 in that 20 to 30 rep range. Almost like a Widowmaker, but not quite a Widowmaker with the setup of this, the scheme that I'm doing, the pyramid scheme up and down, and then into an AMRAP of 315. Usually I just like asking someone, I'll tell them to pick a number between 20 and 30, whatever they pick, that's what I do for them. Makes it fun, makes it a little less boring than just squatting 315. So that'll be my first exercise. Really no stretching beforehand. I know a lot of people say to do like seated curls before you squat, but since I'm going to be doing 1 plate warm ups, 2 plate warm ups, 3 plate warm ups, or whatever direction I end up going, that's going to get plenty of blood flowing in the legs. Um, so we'll do that into a seated leg extension. It's just a stack machine. So we'll do probably 200 on it, feel it out, and then we'll just full stack it for 3 sets. Do that into a seated ham curl. Uh, Probably do 140 to 160 to feel it out, and then Probably end up full stacking that machine for a couple sets. We'll do some abductors and adductors. We'll do some RDLs on a cable stack. I'll show you guys how I set that up. And then if I'm not feeling the seated curls, we'll do them on a cable stack with an ankle cuff. I'll show you guys how I set that up. I usually like doing those because I feel like I get a better stretch on the hammy. And really, that's about all I do for a leg day. It doesn't sound like much, but going in and hitting squats heavy to start out, you just get a lot of hypertrophy done that way, and then you can really go in and isolate everything. That, with the strength of my legs, I'd rather do that and pre-fatigue everything instead of going in fresh onto a ham curl where I can rip the full stack and tear something. So I'd rather go and squat, work my way up, get the blood flowing that way, get the core tight. There's a lot of benefits to the free weight exercises that I've come to realize that having a tight core through like a seated extension or a seated ham curl, really kind of isolate what you're trying to work on. And for me, it works. I think for a lot of people it works if they tried it. That's about it for a leg day. Sunday, my next leg day, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We may go to a different gym. We might not. I've been wanting to play around with a hack squat just to see where I can push on one of those. And maybe a hack squat would be safer for going to failure. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see when Sunday comes around. Anyways, I'm about to the gym, so I will talk to you guys later. Well, I think this is a video we've all been waiting to see. This is a good old leg day. I like to start out with a back bar squat. One plate, gonna hit it for 8 reps, just fill it out, get some blood flowing. Gonna go pyramid on up. Got 2 plates on there, 225. Lightweight right here. Good depth, good blood flowing, making sure the core is feeling stable. Another 8 reps. Got the belt and some knee wraps on this one, 315. I can do it raw, but my knees hate me the next day. Give it to 8. And I just want to apologize for the voiceover. Pollen's in the air. It's storming. Got me stuffed up and congested, guys. Stop me from lifting me. Got a smooth 405 on the bar. Moving it like it's nothing. Here we go. I'm gonna hit this for 8. Explosive off the rack. Look at that. Just past parallel. I don't do deep squats. I have the hip mobility for it, but for me it doesn't benefit me to go super deep. I don't think it's restricting my legs from growing either. Got 5 plates on here, 495. We're just gonna hit this for a smooth. I don't know. I think I did it for 5. Let's count out 1. There's 2. Yes, sir. 3. Yep. 4. Yep. 5. Alright. Rack it. Yeah, pretty 5 for 5. Got 6 on the bar now. Took a little rest. Got some water in me. Just gonna hit this for a quick double. Just to just to say I did it. Look at that thing, not bad. So much fun moving this much weight around, especially after pyramiding on up all the way from one plate. We went over to a leg extension today. Typically, my next machine or next set would have been like 315 for 20, 25. I'm kind of in a deload right now. I don't know. Got some aches, just a little bit of everywhere. We got leg extension, and it's always fun doing these upper squat because it's fast twitch muscle fibers. They just get my whole lower body to shaking when the machine starts shaking. I just do a couple sets of 200, and do the full stack for 2 sets. I don't really count my reps on these. I just go until I can't get the full stretch it. Explosive alcohol, control it coming down. Kind of what everybody feels. You'll kind of notice I like to roll. I almost roll my toes outwards to lock out the extension. And that really hits that last little mini Alice hip. That teardrop. Right there, just that inner quad and right next to the kneecap. You can see on both sides. Real good pump. Same with the quads are getting pumped up. I typically don't do these often because I do so much squatting. That's my main quad exercise. I'm gonna get into doing some lunges and stuff though. And we do some leg curls over here. Got 160 thing on the machine. Do 4 sets of these. I think I bumped it up to 180, maybe 200 after this set. Let's see those hands. Bottom side of the flex. The way I like to do these, I like to take that lap bar and just push it down as far as I can get it to keep the glutes for the seat. Like right here, I push that down and really lock myself in. And you can't get cheap. A lot of people like that loose and a bunch of cheap reps using a lot of body English. I like putting on the hands like that. And your glutes are getting bigger. Well, when you're cheating the weight like that, you're working your glute. So like I said, we'll do 4 sets of these. I only recorded 2 sets. And then we gotta do the abductor machine. I feel so silly when I get on these things, but it works good. Keeps that hip mobility in range. Yeah. I just feel so silly doing these kinds of workouts. I'm gonna do 4 sets of those. I only recorded 1 set. Then we're gonna go to the adductor machine. Same thing on these. I feel even weirder doing this one, I think. 200 on both machines, 240, whatever the full stack is.